anything. It's very difficult to plan in advance. You just have to sort of wing it. And as someone who wings it on a daily basis, that suits me, but it doesn't suit everyone. So I'm afraid you're just going to have to, yeah, just kind of hope and pray that you get a good English teacher, that your students are good, that you get good support from the school and from your supervisor, whoever that may be. The only lesson that you can actually plan before you start school is the introductory lesson, because every school wants it. And basically, all it is a lesson saying, ow, 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 oh, melted chocolate isn't cold. I realised being melted that it wouldn't be, you know. Yeah, the only lesson you can plan with any degree of confidence is introductory lesson. And my introductory lessons were awful, but they persevered, because 9 times out of 10 it is the actual very first class you do, and you will be scared, you'll be nervous, you'll see 40 faces staring at you going, oh, it's a foreigner, look at her, she's so different. Yeah, so as I said, the only one you can really plan is the introductory lesson. Good hint, everyone loves bingo. They are bingoing mad here. That's a slogan for somebody, isn't it? Never mind. Don't sue me. So yeah, introductory bingo. Break it up, people. I did a solid 35 minute lecture with 5-minute question time. That did not work at all. The kids were bored out of their brains, but they were interested in the basics. What I suggest for an introductory lesson is bring coins from your own country. Myself, I brought loads of pennies. Because, well, it's not as if you're going to miss a few. The whole problem is they're bloody heavy. But yeah, no. Bring coins that you can pass around, show everybody. They love to touch and feel. They're grabby little buggers. They love anything they can touch, feel, because eventually it will be you they're touching and feeling. Not in that way, they're very touchy-feely here. Especially the little kids, they are very touchy-feely, and they will go for the places you don't want them to go. But yeah, bring flags, bring postcards. Postcards are quite good, because every country, I've seen them everywhere, does those, you know, those picture postcards, and it's just basically pictures of the scenery and stuff like that. They tend to go down quite well. Like the one I used, I've got quite a few, but I used some ones particular of scenery that I knew they would have seen before, because it was in the Harry Potter film. So it was like the Glenfinnan Viaduct. So I used that, and I was like, do you know where that is? And they were like, it looks, well, they said it in Japanese, but they said that they thought they knew where it was, but they weren't sure. And I was like, that's where Harry Potter's train is! And they were like, ah! So, if you've got anything famous, anything at all that lives near you, remotely near you, in the same country, because the geography of individual countries isn't going to be that great. And if you're in America, well, you can claim anything's near you and they don't know. So yeah, just bring anything that's going to be remotely familiar to them. A big thing, like here, like sport is a big thing, junior high, and I'm having a problem because the main sport is baseball, but we don't have baseball in Britain because, well, we just don't. We've got rounders, which is probably what baseball came from, and we've got cricket, which, yeah, the least said about that the better. So they want to talk to me about these, like, baseball stars or even basketball, they're quite into the basketball here, they want to talk to me about that and I don't have a clue. And then they want to talk to me about Japanese pop singers or whatever, and I don't know. I mean, I can look it up on the internet, but it's not the same as like hearing it off the radio and going, oh yeah, I heard that song, it's pretty cool or whatever. Because the main bother I have is like if I hear a song on the radio, I can't distinguish the name like from like when they start talking afterwards or before it, like telling you who the song is. I can't hear it, like I can't hear the name, like some Japanese isn't that good. So I'm like, oh yeah, I heard a song, but I don't know who sings it, and they're like, well, what's it go like? And I'm like, na, 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 and they're like, what? So yeah, beef up on Japanese pop culture, or not so much pop culture, but pop. Video games, as much as you think they're huge here, and they are pretty huge, they're not really. Like, the kids aren't that interested in them, they're more likely to ask you about sports stars or music stars. So, if you get some free time coming up to your departure, look them up. A big band is Exile. A lot of my girls will keep on talking about Exile and HY. And oh yeah, be prepared. The pop stars here tend to use a lot of bad English. And the kids try to copy it and it's really horrendous. But don't mock the pop stars because they get really offended. But they will get really offended, and of course you would too if they did the same to us, but you know, there's only so much you can take. I mean, there's a song out just now and the main chorus bit is I love you in English, except from whoever the singer is. I don't know who it is. Whoever the singer is obviously didn't consult anyone about the proper pronunciation of I love you. And so, and then the chorus is a bit where it goes love, 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 love. Except, of course it's Japanese, it sounds like rub, 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 rub. And the kids are copying it. It'll kill you, it really will. But yeah, I think that's all the handy advice I really have. You can't prepare, there is no preparing. And I realise that isn't handy at all. But there's a lot of things that you just can't, you can't prepare about. You don't know until you get here. The state of your school, if you're going to have anything, like any materials you can use, other than white paper, if, you know, if your teacher speaks any English at all, if the class speaks any English at all. So, as I said, it's really hard to prepare and you just have to wait and see, pretty much. I know that's not reassuring at all, but it's what everyone else has to do, so ganbare! There should be another one coming up soon. I might do it this afternoon, I've got nothing else to do. About money, because money is the most important thing to do with an ALT's job. Well, it's the most important thing that everyone thinks about, and it does impact everyone. So I will gather some details and do another vlog about money soon.